in Windsor, and I was kidnapped and brought to Lawrence County, Alabama, Moulton in 1941 at age 2. Given the name of a twin, Peggy Ann Dempsey, I married a Childers. Both twins had been killed by their mother, Lina. This is the family in 43, and they were so abusive. It's unreal what they did to me. They killed the twin and covered it up, the twins, Peggy and Carl. So they gave me the name of a dead girl. And my life has been a living hell. They told me it would be, and it has been. They didn't have cars. It didn't show the shack, the pigsty that I grew up in, and how I was treated. This is me, and I ran away when they brought this in tripod camera, and a couple of men, I believe it was 2 people were there. I ran away out front from them, and they brought me back. I remember them picking me up and me saying, no, I'm not part of that family. I wasn't going to be photographed. So I said, I'm not part of that family, but you see, they brought me and put me there. Now then, these are not clothes that were normally worn. But anyway, when I did the book, Medical Malpractice book, and it included mind control, 76 to April Fool's Day of 80, when April Fool's joke was to kidnap me, the monarch, and put antifreeze in me, and that's just one of the things they did, and I should have died. This is Carl. That's all I'm going to show, the twin. And the date was even wrong. They gave me the date of January the 7th that I used all my life and graduated and was on Social Security. And it didn't coincide with the dates on the twins when I got them from the state of Alabama. So they just marked through and put the date they gave me, and then said that the doctor was mistaken about the year that delivered them, Irwin. And then when I got an official letter to carry with me, because it's illegal to change the state document, saying that, and they even deliberately, they had to, you can't make this many mistakes. They misspelled the doctor's name as Irvin, and I can't get into this. It gets into mind-boggling. This is an old photograph of me I just got, and here. And this is me, but with George Washington. I'm deleting his last name. I don't mean to cause, well, I want people to pay for the crimes. That family knew, but I mean, I thought he was a cousin because he was born to this lady, and she had a lot done to her by that family too. But anyway, the family covered it up, and yes, they're dead though, so they're not going to pay for it. And it gets odd. People that commit crimes, suddenly they want you dead. They want you shut up. They find things against you. So it's been an odd life I've lived, besides the hell that not just this family, this government created for me. Now then, I have to get back to, this is Elizabeth, who's living in my homes. I've been homeless the last years and everything, and sick, tortured beyond belief done to me. Suddenly today also is Andrew, her son. He was married to Ferguson. Remember I said the Ferguson had to do with this? I was told really of where I was going to be July 1819, the 20th of 10. And I ended up being there, and it's got the name Ferguson used and all that. Then you had the Ferguson start at that time, so you got mind control being used in this whole mess. And this is my dad, Edward the Eighth, forced out, married to Claudia O'Keefe, American Irish school teacher, sister to Georgia O'Keefe, the artist. Not to this spy, this whore. You should see the lies that were made up. Absolute lies. She married a double, and they became the Duke and Duchess of Windsor. And this is just some of the mind control murders. Larry Flint was shot in Lawrenceville, Georgia. Person was programmed to shoot and kill his attorney and shoot Mr. Flint. This is, I'm doing this again, and then I hope I get to the point here before the tape goes off. This is twin Mark Kelly, astronaut, twin to Scott Kelly, astronaut, NASA, and he's married to Gabby Gifford, former congresswoman, and that's the Tucson, Arizona murders. When you get into the data in that, and the patterns, it's beyond belief there how you can bring these people there in patterns. I mean, it gets into genetic engineering that goes on way back, and you have to wonder. I mean, I know who the agency is that's doing it. Do they really have the power? I thought that until not long ago, and I'm not sure they have that kind of power. It's awesome, so you can all forget it if, it's unreal. But this is my Uncle George, illegal, signed treaties illegal, giving the United States access to put their military bases all over Great Britain, so he's a traitor. He worked for the United States, so everybody likes him, they hate me. It was all right to kidnap me and torture me every day of my life. These are the mind control murders, and what I wanted to say here, I was staying here, it's where they have me, and that's why they move me around. It's how they move me around, and it's killed me. But, like, stay in at travel. Oh, I put on here what is being done to me, but I wanted to zero in on this. I came there August the 2nd of this year, and the next-door neighbor to me was Ramsey, and I didn't give their first names. But I understand that they were moved there, too, but they knew. They agreed to it. I didn't know I was going to be there. But it relates to John Benet Ramsey kidnapping and murder. And by the way, Lynn Wood, the attorney, and Mr. Ramsey know it about the mind control murders and about John Benet, and they know about me. So I wanted to say this before this goes out. What really gets to me is I've told this in the past, and if anybody, they just want me dead. It's killed the messenger, you know. She's British. We kidnapped her. It's best not to tell it. We can make all this fun of North Korean leader about killing him in the movie. One person we can't tell about is this lady, although that's not what they called me. That won't work. So we'll just hope she dies and evaporates, all right, and it never is told. So what I want to say here is everybody should have, Edward Snowden tried to tell you just a tip of the iceberg, and look where he has to go. He's in Russia, and you call Russia bad? I mean, God's sake, people, I lived among you, and I know the terror and hell that you've created, especially for me in my country, and the Germans, and your own people. That's what the FBI said. It's only when they learn how it affects them. What I'm going to say before, this Donna Douglas is just Ellie Mae on the Beverly Hillbillies, has just another one that I've told in the past. But you got whoever's in power can make people live long enough to make them die at a certain time. Now, that is awesome right there. It has happened that I know of more than just this Donna Douglas. And that's a total that I know right on. You get into it, and it's been shut up. People didn't care. But ask yourself who has the power to do that. If the agencies I'm talking about, the New World Order, the FBI, which really are all under one agency now, your Secret Service, they don't tell you that, and the ATF and all that. Your Jews, the Illuminati, the New World Order, Freemasons, and that's who Elizabeth's part of, and the people that kidnapped me, and her father, George, the illegal six. So anyway, when someone's got the power, just that alone, to make you live and die long enough to fit into a pattern, and if any of this is told, I hope I'm alive. And the fact that Andrew, that came out today too, fits into it. I hope Elizabeth goes down, and only God can make them pay in this country. And I'm going to quit because nobody likes to hear it, and somebody, I mean, really, I'm just going to end it here. They've got that kind of power. And the flip side of it is if any of this is told and suddenly everybody just didn't know why they didn't mean to do this to me because it's so hideous. It really is.